Hey, would you like to discover the top 5 secrets on how to stay strong after ending a relationship? Hey, I'm Antje Boyd, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man method. And look, if you are new to my channel, make sure you click that bell right below this video and subscribe to my channel so you get informed to the newest content on how to attract that right man for you. I know ending a relationship is never fun. So here are 5 tips on how to stay strong. Tip number 1, release him fully. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Oftentimes, when we're actually at the end of a relationship, we're working on like just convincing ourselves to let him go, like on maybe just the mental level, but maybe not necessarily on the emotional level, on the energetic level. So I really highly recommend being honest with yourself and releasing him to his highest potential. Now, why do you want to do that? Is, well, for one, you want to send him where you want him to be, right? Not like to like his worst life, you know, like I wish him all the worst things that could ever happen to him, you know what I mean? He screwed up, kind of that thing, but actually focusing more on the positive aspects of him, I will say, right? Because every person has them. And to really say, because when you release him to his highest potential, that then allows you to also find your own highest potential, right? It's this idea of like you're not swallowing the poison. If you're mean, or if you're like wish him like the bad, the worst is like as if you're swallowing poison yourself. So how you can do that is actually put them into a balloon of your favorite color. So imagine it's a life-size balloon. And I used to do this all the time because I got attached to men so quickly. And even when I was driving or whenever it was, like I would just release him to his highest potential. So here's what you do. So you put him in a balloon of your favorite color, and then you watch him, like the size of him decrease, right? And this does a couple of things. For one, it really helps you, the nervous system, to get used to it, right? You're releasing him, you're letting him go, but also unconsciously, when the picture gets smaller and smaller and smaller, it becomes less associated. So you actually want to disassociate from your man that you're ending the relationship with. So this is how you can do that. And then, of course, when you're ready, like you're not just like releasing sort of like the string, but like completely letting it go until you finally just see it like a blip on the horizon, maybe just as small as a bird, right? And just do that like several times throughout the week in the beginning stages, and it really helps you to release him fully. Tip number 2 is remind yourself why the relationship did not work. Now, research shows that we sort of delete, distort, and generalize reality based on our unconscious beliefs, based on our unconscious expectations. And so you have to be aware of that bias, right? Because you will be sort of like, leaning more towards reminding yourself of all those wonderful experiences and why he's so amazing. And you forget all the things that didn't work, all the fights, all the arguments, all the ways how you gave all your power away and forgot who you really are, or how you didn't have the freedom to go out with your girlfriends, how you felt guilt-tripped the whole time. So I'm not saying that you should like remember just only the negative things and not forgive him at all, but there has to be a balance, and you have to see that things did not work, because that will ultimately help you to disconnect and eventually also get ready for that new partner for yourself. Tip number 3, please reach out for support. There's this one saying, you don't have to do this yourself, right? You don't have to suffer alone. You don't have to like dwell in your own stories over and over again. Instead, be smart, reach out to friends who can give you a new perspective, who can help you to have a state change, and of course, can help you to acknowledge your authentic emotions. Then of course you want to metabolize and digest accordingly. I'm not talking about a quick moving on here. Of course, you want to grieve about what was not right in the relationship and the part that has to die inside of yourself in order for you to fully move on. So whether that's a support group, whether that's a good friend, whether that's a group that you're already part of, right? Like maybe it's sports, but it's really like reach out for support, because we so often think we have to do this yourself and we get stuck in our own tracks and it's not helping you. Which leads me to tip number 4, ignore bad relationship advice. Now, it's really interesting, right? You get as much advice as there are experts out there, right? And it's really about like understanding the advice that you need right now is really acknowledging fully your emotions. Look, there's a little girl inside of yourself, right? A young part. It's an energy, right? And she had hopes for the relationship. She got really attached to him. How this is all going to work out, right? So that part of you is grieving. She is sad. She is disappointed. She is in despair, right? So it's really important to tend to her, to say yes to your emotions, right? To say yes to your pain, to say yes to the grief, right? To really fully feeling that, because that grief is also softening you and opening you up to a new possibility, to a new relationship eventually, versus listening to bad relationships and actually hardening, right? And actually building resentment towards men and actually becoming condescending towards men. No, that's not what you want to do, right? You want to actually see, so what is actually the real authentic process here that helps me to soften, right? Because when I soften, when my heart breaks, it breaks open to myself. It breaks open to receive even more love. So how can I facilitate for myself or reach out, of course, for support to an expert that I truly trust that can help me to facilitate this heart opening and also heart mending and heart healing process? Which leads me to tip number 5, which is focus on yourself. So so here's the thing, right? In the relationship, most likely there has been some codependent pattern, narcissist, people pleaser pattern, right? But some sort of pattern where you gave your relationship away. How do I know? Well, because it's ending, right? It was not authentic. It was not in alignment. It was not in harmony. It was not authentic, like how you were living in that relationship, right? You were not happy. You were not fulfilled. You cannot, even if he left the relationship, like there's no way that you felt fulfilled, because you could feel how he was pulling back. You could feel how he was unavailable, right? How you were yearning for more, how you were reaching for more, how you were hoping for more. Now, the invitation is to bring all that energy and bring that back to yourself. As a matter of fact, another exercise you can do is actually visualize how you have all those anchors inside of him and actually unanchor that and bring that back to yourself. Like it's almost like it sucks it, right? Like a vacuum. So bringing the energy, right, the mental energy that you've given him, the emotional energy you've given him, the energetics, right, that you have given him, and of course the physical, the sexual aspect that you've given him, bring that all back to yourself, unanchor it, and really own it for yourself again. Come into your true, authentic self-expression. So look, those are the 5 tips on how to stay strong after ending a relationship. And of course, I want to hear from you. The question of the day is, how do you stay strong, or how did you stay strong after ending a relationship? Maybe also in the past. So what other tools and tips do you have for all the amazing other women who are watching this video as well? And of course, if you want to learn more on how to attract that right man for you that makes you feel cherished, supported, and taken care of, then take my Magnetize Your Man quiz at magnetizeyourman.com. or simply click that link right below. I'm so looking forward to talking to you, to hearing about how you're really attracting that right man for you, how you're healing, how you're stepping into your power, how you're setting boundaries. I am so excited to talk to you next time, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.